She comes over and, tell me like, oh, why are you yelling at her? She's just been a child, and it's like, we gotta show her,
So it
what's
sounds
good
like
and bad.
communication is a common theme in all your other areas, kids, finances. Okay. How did your, I want to know, like I said earlier, we usually learn from somewhere. We're people that grow up around people, our environment. We learn from somewhere, we learn from experiences. How did your parents communicate?
I don't even remember.
What do you mean you don't remember?
How communicate. I never seen them fighting or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
So your parents had a pretty good relationship?
Well, at least in front of us, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about your parents?
Well, my dad was never at home, actually. My mom was always cleaning the house, taking care of the house, and taking care of us.
Okay.
So she was,
Were you closer to your mom or to your dad?
to my mom, of course, because I never see my dad. It's like, he never spent time with us.
Okay. And do you know his family and you know hers?
Yes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So
And now you make a good point. You're like your dad, right?
Well, for you, when I see it that way, I mean, at least I'm spending some time with the kids. I'm not.
well, I didn't try to make that point, but I mean, it's an observation you've made. Have you made that kind of observation before?
No, never. I never thought about it. No.
Okay. Have you ever thought about that?
No.
Yeah, for him it's just normal seeing me cleaning the house and doing this and doing that because her mom used to do it.
Has this been a concern all the time since you guys first got married?
What
The cleaning the house?
No, never. Well, and before the kids, we always had money and whatever, and after the kids, but we were struggling with money and
Okay.
our communication sucks.
So you mentioned earlier that she doesn't tell you this calmly at home.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do a little communication exercise. That's one thing we could work. It's very quickly. It's called mirroring. And I want you guys to kind of follow me along here, okay? I would like for you to, you mentioned earlier that you don't feel like he listens to you or that he only pretends. So it's a wonderful exercise to try out. So I want you guys to face each other. It's okay. I promise I won't let her bite.
Okay.
I want you
Uh-huh.
to communicate what you'd like to communicate. And I want you to repeat exactly what she says. It's called clarification. You're going to clarify. And it's just a simple exercise, and I'm right here. So for example, if I'm Amanda and I say, Franco, I feel very tired, and you focus on your own emotions. I feel very tired. I feel like I do most of the work. I would like your help, and I feel like you don't listen to me. And then you say, it sounds like you said, and then you repeat what I said, that you feel very tired. Yeah. And it's a practice in listening and the other person making sure that they really listen. So why don't we try it?
Franco, I want you to help me with the house or with the kids at least 2 times a week. Sometimes I get really tired and I just can't do it all.
I heard you said that you want me to help with the kids, and sometimes you're too tired, so you want me to help you clean up.
Is that what she said exactly?
Not exactly.
Okay, let's try it again. No, this is a good exercise, because sometimes we
It's
just
like a copycat, actually.
almost, but we really want to make sure that it's sometimes it's hard for the person saying one thing, and sometimes we think we understand, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, this is the wonderful part about relationships, that we are two different people, and we see things two different ways. And it could create a barrier sometimes, but the great thing is that it could also create a bond, you know, something close. And 19 years, and you guys are here calmly and here together, I think that's wonderful. So this exercise will just help, you know, get across some of those barriers and deepen that bond that you already have. Because I haven't, you know, I heard the word divorce maybe once and it wasn't even sure. So I think you guys have a very good potential here. You guys are in a very good place. You might not always feel like it. So some skills will be great. So why don't we try it again?
Okay, this time it's gonna be easy. I want you to help me to get the kids ready for school in the mornings.
It sounds like you said that you want me to help you get the kids ready in the morning.
For
When
school.
you say,
Oh,
did I
yes.
get that right?
That's what
You tell them, did I get that right?
did I get that right?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, he's going to do the same thing and you have to repeat it.
Okay.
I wish you stop complaining a lot during the day, and you.
Let's focus on what I feel. I
would like you to stop complaining, and
how does complaining make you feel?
angry.
Okay. I feel.
I feel angry, and I would like you to stop complaining.
I heard that you want me to stop complaining because you're getting angry. Did I get that right?
Yes, you do.
Okay, now let's really focus on what's happening in our world, in the sense that we don't want to place blame right now. This is a very good space where, you know, you're not gonna choke him and he's not gonna choke you, and you know, it's a safe place to say what we're gonna say. And from what I hear, sometimes you guys have things inside and they don't come out. Is that okay? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's not okay, but yeah,
You're right. It's not okay. Yeah. So so is this an exercise that you guys could practice at home, saying what you feel and why it makes you feel that way, without sounding accusatory? Is that an exercise that perhaps, when you get very upset, could be a bridge to that communication? What do you guys think?
Well, we can try it, but I mean, when I get upset, all I do is just go to my room by myself and I start crying. Or when I get angry, all I do is just want to yell and I want to kill him.
And what do you do when she starts crying?
He doesn't even notice it.
What do you do? What goes through your head when you see her cry?
I just ignore her.
But what goes through your head?
Football.
No, it's actually just, try to see what's going on, but I know we'll start fighting, so it's easy for me to ignore it.
What happened the first few times in your marriage when you saw her cry?
I felt very bad, and but all the times that I tried, we will always ended up fighting.
Do you remember the first few times you started crying?
No, I don't even remember.
You don't remember? But that was something that you paid attention to, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So a long time ago, you would start crying, and you were there, and then something happened, right?
Yep.
Do I have that right? What can we put in there so that when you're upset and you start crying, we could break a pattern of him saying, maybe nothing's going to happen, we're just going to argue, so maybe I should ignore it? What could be one thing we could do?
Well, I can stop crying and make a big show if he listened to me for once. When I said, take out the trash, he'll do it right in that minute.
Well, I can try it just... Well, I think I will do it when she I should ask him too. I can start doing that.
Okay, it's almost time for us to wrap up. But what I'm hearing is that communication is something that's very important, and it seems like it's been something that's been concerning in your marriage for 19 years, maybe? Is that correct?
Well, the issues didn't start until after we had the kids.
Okay. And, having kids and more issues coming is very normal. It's extra stress. And what happens to our bodies sometimes is that when we are very stressed, the adrenaline and, the other chemicals come out, and we go into what they call as fight or flight response, or freeze. So fight means you get angry, you want that to stop. Flight is you go away into your room and you cry.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing you guys could really consider is that what you guys are doing is very normal. It's part of the body. So it might be helpful if understanding that it's very normal and that your brain has a reaction to high stress situations, you could start to pay attention to your body. So I want you for next session, I want you to think about what's starting to happen to your body when you start getting upset. It's going to take some time to work, but do you guys feel that you guys have a fairly good connection?
Yeah, I think we do. We just because I will never hit him or anything. Even now sometimes I wanna kill him, but I know we never gonna get to that point. If we get to that point where we start hitting to each other, I think that's the end of our marriage. And all we do right now is just yelling and fighting or whatever.
Well, the wonderful thing is you guys came in at a point where you can work on those communication skills, and we're not there at the hitting yet. What do you think about the session that we've done today? And is that something that you're willing to work with?
Yeah, I can see that this relationship can get better. Because definitely we've been missing communication in the relationship, so we're going to try to do that exercise. I think it's very helpful.
Yes, and I could give you some resources before you leave. And they're very short, just a little brochure.
I got scared for a little bit.
With pictures. And then, what do you think? Do you think today is something that gave you a little bit of hope, a little bit of good feeling?
Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I will share that information with you, and you could step up to Paula, the front desk, and if you'd like to make a future appointment. And it was really nice getting to know you, and for the future we'll see where the world could open up, but I think you guys are at a very good place.
Yeah, I would like to make another appointment, but it's up to him, because I have to drag him over here.
What do you think? Is this a place where you could
Well, it's definitely something that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was boring, but now I think it's gonna work. So next time I'll come.
Okay. Well,
Without.
did you hear what he said?
Yes.
That's wonderful. And next week your life will happen, things will happen, and just try to notice what's going on. Just notice it. Sometimes noticing brings us into an understanding of ourselves. And in the future we could talk about how we've learned to be who we are, and lots of things, lots of information, and lots of good places we could get to. But thank you guys for coming in today.
Thank you.
Okay.